Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video, we are going to get into these coins right here. As you can see, we have a couple of 40s, a 41, a 43, two 43s, a 45, a 46, 47, 48, and 49. What makes one of these interesting down here is that this 1947 actually has the maple leaf on it. So we'll get into those details in today's video. Want to give you a quick behind the scenes look at the setup that I've got right here. I figured this might be interesting for all those wondering kind of how my setup is and how they could get started with making YouTube videos. You might be surprised how simple the setup is right here. I've got my laptop, which has got the Mintages currently up on the screen for the Canadian coins. I've got a kind of a mess right here on my desk, but I've got a couple lamps going on. I've got the placemat to hold my coins as a nice background, going with the light blue today. I've got a tripod over here. I've got some bills over there. As you can see, it's quite a mess currently. Also down here, I've got a bunch of rolls of pennies that I've been working through. So I'll just kind of organize those as I go. A couple different coin folders down there. But as you can see, it's quite a simple setup. I've got a stand that I keep the camera on. The microphone is plugged into the camera, so I'm just going to put you down right here. That was a little behind the scenes look at the setup that I've got going on right now. It's very simple, so if you're looking to get started with making coin collecting videos, you don't really need a lot to have a nice setup and just to get started. All right, so as far as the mintages of these coins go right here, we're starting with the decade 1940. So 1940 featured some mintages that range from 25 million, which was the low in 1948, up to the high of 1943, which featured 89 million. So I'm going to quickly run through the different mintages right here. They'll range from 25 million to that high of 89 million. So for 1940, up at the top right there, we have 85 million. Then 1941, we have 56 million. Then in 42 and so on, we have 76, 89, 44, 77, 56, 74 million. Now it gets a little bit more interesting when we get down here at the bottom. So take a look at the difference between, I'm going to move all the other 1940s and just focus in on these two right here. The difference between the 1947 and 1948 is actually quite interesting because there is a design change to reflect the fact that India gained their independence. So I'm going to flip it over right here, and we see George VI, King by the grace of God, and then we see IND, So that indicates that it's the Emperor of India as well. However, India gained their independence in 1948 from the United Kingdom. So, of course, that was removed from the obverse. So we don't see the IND, starting 1948 and after. However, as you'll see, sometimes with coins, the political action happens a little bit more quickly than people can design their coins. So they weren't able to get new obverse dies made in time for 1948. So they still had to use the 1948s, but to reflect that they were actually made in 1948 and they had to use the obverse dies of 1947, but to reflect that they were actually made in 1948, they put in this little dot right here. There's a little dot kind of maple leaf after the 7 in 1947. So I'll show you some others to give you kind of a baseline. So this is what the normal one looks like right here. As you can see with this that was a 1940, a 1948 as well. We don't see any maple leaves. 45, 43, 49. So they normally don't have a maple leaf except for the year 1947. And interestingly, 1947 has both the normal, which there were 74,994,000 of them that were made, and the dot maple leaf. The dot maple leaf is a little bit more rare. There are only 43,855,000 of them made. So 43 million of these were made with the dot. Now, according to the price guide, which I'm looking at right now on the ngccoin.com price guide for Canadian cents, if you're looking to buy one of the maple leaf ones, you can expect to pay on eBay currently 20 cents for a very fine. Extra fine 40 would get you 40 cents. A AU50 would be 90 cents, a MS 60, $2.50, and a Mint State 63, the highest rating that they've got according to this little chart. That would cost you around $9. Higher than a Mint State 63, you'd likely have to get at an auction site and not a more formal coin auction site and not at a site like eBay. All right, so that's a little bit of a cool coin fact about the 1947. Let's actually flip it over to look at some of the obverses. So we've got George VI on this. Now, as far as the two different designs that we see right here with the IND, IMP, so that design was used from let me get you that, 1937 until 1947. Like I said, starting in 1948, they changed it up. And then from 1948 until 1952, we had this design right here. And then Queen Elizabeth II didn't appear on the 1 cent coin until 1953. And guess what? She has been on the 1 cent coin ever since, up until 2012. She's not on any of the 1 cent coins after 2012 because they no longer make the 1 cent coin in Canada, because these coins right here were 98% copper, making them cost a lot more than 1 cent to produce. So these coins right here, 98% copper. They've got a total weight of 3.24 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.65 millimeters. All right, everyone, that's all of the information that I've got for you today. To quickly recap what we looked at in today's video, we talked about the mintages of 1940s Canadian 1 cent coins. The high mintage for the series will be 1943. The low mintage will be 1948. Now, another cool feature is the 1947 coin that we've looked at right here, which has a little maple leaf on it. It's a cool coin, although there were 43.8 million of them made, so yours isn't going to be super rare, but definitely worth hanging on to if you're into coin collecting. All right, everyone, that's all the info that I've got for you today. If you are into coin collecting, please do check out some of these other videos on the channel. Thank you very much, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video about Canadian 1 cent coins, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!